Hi dear students, welcome to a new session of Color Cube. After a long break, we are going to begin our second semester. Today, let us begin with chapter 10, Motion and Measurement of Distance. In this session, we are going to discuss on transportation and the story behind transportation. Actually, what is the meaning of transportation? Transport or transportation is the movement of humans, animals and goods from one location to another. That is the movement of either humans, animals or the good items which we harvested or which we made from one location to another. So, let's see the story of transport or transportation. In ancient time, have you ever think how man has transported items? How he traveled from one place to another place? Have you ever think about it? In ancient time, man used to move only on foot and carry goods either on his back or on the back of some animals. In the ancient times, there were no vehicles. Nobody invented vehicles or wheels. So, man used to travel from one place to another place on foot. And how he carried goods? He carried goods either on his own back or on the back of some animals. On the back of the animals like horse, donkey, etc. The ancient time, man used to move only on foot and carry goods either on his back or on the back of some animals. For transporting goods, people used animals like donkeys, horses, mules, elephants, oxen, sled dogs, etc. Which are the animals used for transporting goods? They are donkeys, horses, mules, elephants, oxen, sled dogs, etc. Because you know donkey, horses. What is meant by mule? Malayalam term for mule is Kovarkazhuda. It is an offspring of female horse and a male donkey. Mule is an offspring of female horse and a male donkey. Here you can see, this is the picture of a mule. What is meant by sled dogs? Sled dogs are those dogs pulls the sled. It's a mode of transportation in Arctic region. It is one of the mode of transportation in Arctic region. So, those animals which are used for transporting goods are donkeys, horses, mules, elephant, oxen, sled dogs, etc. Boats were used as a means of transportation on water. The earliest boats were simple logs of wood with a hollow cavity. These are the earliest models of boats which they prepared. These are made of logs of wood with a hollow cavity. With a hollow cavity means empty space, hollow cavity inside. They made it according to the principle of a streamlined body so that they can easily float on water. The oldest wheel was discovered in Mesopotamia. The oldest wheel was discovered in Mesopotamia, which was believed to be over 5,500 years old. Carts fixed with wheels were invented around 3,500 BC. After the invention of the wheel, man started using animals to pull vehicles that moved on wheels, and thus bullock carts and chariots came into existence. After the invention of wheels, there was a great revolution in transportation. That means by the invention of wheel, man started using animals to pull the vehicles so that they can move much heavier goods easily and fastly. Man started using animals to pull the vehicles that moved on wheels, and thus bullock carts, chariots, etc. came into existence. Thus we can say that the invention of wheel revolutionized the whole era. Here this is the ancient type of wheels they invented. After that, they used the wheels to make bullock carts, chariots, etc. The invention of wheel revolutionized the transport, and wheel design was improved over the thousands of years. It revolutionized the transport sector itself. Popular vehicles like the bicycle were invented in the late 18th century. The first bicycles did not have any brakes. Bicycles were invented at the end of 18th century. The first bicycle which they made do not have brakes. It was the rider to control the speed or stop the bicycle with his feet. That means the rider should control the speed of the bicycle with his own feet because it was not having brake. Later on, motors were fitted to the bicycles. This is the oldest picture. This is the picture of a oldest cycle. Next was, after this, they invented steam engine. The steam engine and the railroad were invented in the 19th century. We already learned that at the end of 18th century, bicycles were invented, and finally, motor was connected to the bicycle. After that, in the beginning of 19th century, they invented steam engine and the railroad were invented. The invention of steam engine introduced a new source of power for transportation. The steam engine was a new and variety mode of transportation, so that we can transport huge amount of goods from one place to another place, even from far away places also. Rail tracks were made for steam engine driven carriages and wagons to transport goods. For this, rail tracks must be made for the steam engine driven carriages and wagons to transport the goods. After that, during the same 19th century, motorized boats and ships were used as a means of water transportation. That means the whole transportation sector was revolutionized at the beginning of 19th century. First steam engine was invented. After that, motorized boats and ships also were. Thus we can say that roads, railroads, water remained a major means of transport for a long time. These are the motorized boats and the ships. After that, the Wright brothers invented the aeroplane and gave the world another means of transport, that is airways. Aeroplane was first invented by Wright brothers. This is the model of earliest aeroplane invented by Wright brothers. After that, it was revolutionized. And at present, these are the aeroplanes which we use today. Next, let us see what are the contributions of the 20th century to transportation. 20th century has made many contributions like electric trains, that means metro trains, monorails. Monorails means a railway in which the track consists of a single rail. As the name denotes, mono, single rail. Supersonic aeroplanes. What is meant by supersonic aeroplanes? These are aircraft which are able to fly faster than the speed of sound. Supersonic, that means, as the term denotes, they can move faster than the speed of a sound. And spacecraft and spaceships also were the contributions of 20th century. One of the most exciting developments in travel is the flying train. Have you ever seen flying train? Why it is given the name flying train? It is referred to as the flying train because it does not touch the rails as it moves. All of you might have seen how the trains are moving. It is moving on the rails using its small wheels. But flying train is not having that wheels, and also it is not touching the rail. Huge magnets kept the train suspended in air. That means by using the properties of magnetism, this rail and the train is suspended little bit above. That means train is not touching this rail. That means it is suspended. So as the name came, flying train. In case of flying train, the train and the rail is not having any touch. The normal case, the train will touch the rail, no? But here it is not touching the rail. It is because of the huge magnetic induction. That property is used here. The mode of transport can be chosen depending upon the distance to be traveled and how fast one wants to get to the destination. That means there are various methods of transportation like roadways, railways, airways, waterways, etc. It depends on the distance to be traveled. If you want to cover a longer distance, means we will be using airways, waterways, etc. If we want to travel only a small distance, means we can use roadways. That will be better. So we can say that depending upon the distance to be traveled and how fast one wants to get to the destination, we must choose. That means we are choosing the mode of transport. Thank you.